See, this is simple linear regression.
Okay.
Now, our objective is to find what is the sales value for the upcoming year, next 4 quarters value we are supposed to find. That's our objective on this particular stuff. Okay. So, our first step in doing the simple linear regression is to find the moving average and center moving average, which enable us to find the seasonal component as well as the irregular component.
Okay.
So the CMA will draw a line in the middle of the sales. Based on the CMA, we will decide which points are seasonal points, which points are irregular points. Okay. So this ST comma IT is the up and down of your sales, how the sales gets getting fluctuated. Okay. And after that, what we have is SI. So the SI is the actual prediction of your sales up and down,
Okay.
the fluctuation, the seasonality and irregularity. So in order to find that pattern, we are using this small table, which is on the right hand side, pattern. So we are trying to find a pattern for every quarter of ST comma IT. So to find the pattern for the first quarter of ST comma IT, I'm taking all the first quarter values.
Yeah.
For the second quarter, I will be taking all the second quarter values of ST comma IT. So I will create a pattern. And I will make sure that the pattern is being strictly followed throughout my forecast. Okay.
Yeah.
So in order to find the forecast, you need to find two values. One is seasonal index, the other one is trend. And when you multiply the seasonal index and trend, you will be ending up in forecasting. Okay. So since we found the seasonal index, our next objective is to find the trend.
Okay.
So in order to find the trend, you need two components to find the trend. One is the time, the other one is a deseasoned value.
Okay.
Okay. Time is just an incremental counter. It keeps incrementing 1, 2, 3, and it keeps moving forward. Whereas deseason is removing the seasonality and irregularity of your sales and trying to give a neutralized sales line. Based on that, we will try to figure out what is the trend. Okay. Now, in order to deseason a line, all you need to do is take your sales value over SI. So sales over SI will sales over SI will find the deseason. So now you have a neutralized line in the graph, right? Okay. Now, once you have this deseason line, then our objective is to find the trend. In order to find the trend, we have, it's a simple mathematics. This particular B times X plus A is nothing but drawing a one end linear infinity line, one end infinity line, okay? So where A is the intercept is nothing but where X and Y axis meet and the line begins, okay?
Okay.
And slope is the angle on which, like this, whether it goes this way, that's what the slope is, okay? And X is the direction. In our case, the direction is the time. On each time, what is going to be the trend? That's what we are going to find. So now comes the question, how do we find this intercept and how do we find the slope? We can find this intercept and the slope on a different, there are so many different ways to find it. One, you can do it manually, the manual formula which is being given in your book as well, okay? Or you can do it with computers or Excel, or you can use tools as well, or you can simply use the graph. So I just click the neutral, the deseasoned line, and if I right click, I can see add trend line.
Okay.
If I click the add trend line, I can see display equation on chart. If I click the display equation on chart, immediately if you look at the graph, you can see the same equation, y is equal to 0.147x plus 5.099, right? Because I have the equation already in my graph, I'm just closing it down.
Okay.
So if you look at this equation, it is very similar to b of x plus a. 0.147 is nothing but b, and the x is nothing but time, plus 5.099 is your a. Okay. The other way to find this a and b is using the Excel formula. To find the a, all you need to do is type equals, type intercept, and select all the known y. The known y is your decision line. Okay, and the comma, the known x is your time, the 16 time frames you know. I close this. I'll get the same value, 5.09961. Okay.
Okay.
In order to find the B, all you need to do is, instead of intercept, you need to type slope. Equals slope. I will select all the decision values, which is my known Y, and I will select all the known X because I have 16 time frame values. I select cell 16, and you can see 0.14714.
Okay.
You got that values.
Yeah.
You understood how this A and B has been derived.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now all I need to do is I have to implement this equation as trend.
Okay.
Okay. So to find trend, all I need to do is A and O. You know what is the purpose of F4?
F4.
See, I have selected the A value and I have pressed F4. Okay. F4 will lock the cell. It will not allow the Excel to move down.
Okay.
Okay. Plus my B, again I'm pressing F4 times my direction X. A plus, see, this is nothing but A plus BX,
Okay.
right? So here it is BX plus A, or else you can call it as A plus BX. Okay.
Okay.
So that's my first value of trend. As I keep drawing further, now you can see the graph.
Okay.
You see the line gets extended,
Yeah.
right? So that's my future trend. Okay. Now, if you multiply the seasonal index and trend, you will be ending up in forecasting. So what I do is I will multiply my seasonal index with my trend. And here we go. See, this is my forecasted fade. I'll highlight this. So that's the actual forecast we are looking for. Okay. But the forecast is always incomplete without the accuracy. Oh, by the way, are you okay with what I am doing right now?
Yeah. It's, because I'm not much deep into this. First of all, where are the area where supply chain need forecasting? That all I need to know this.
See, that's a good question actually. Forecasting comes in all the aspects of supply chain
Sorry.
because see, all the aspects of supply chain will handle with forecast. Okay, we need to understand what is the demand
Okay.
because one of the major objective of supply chain is to satisfy the demand with equal number of supplies. So
Okay.
we always predict what is going to be the demand, what is going to be the demand, what's going to be the demand. We always predict demand. Okay.